Well, the crew's back on the road again, heading down to the gorge, Red River Gorge in Kentucky. We're about 2 hours into the drive, getting to Dayton right now, heading down to land of the Arches Campground.
Campsite has potable water, so we can.
Oh, you think it's got potable water there, eh? All right, we got our parking permits at the Natural Shell gas station. Trip's starting to feel real. We're probably about 15 minutes away from the Land of the Arches campground that we're going to be staying at, so starting to get really excited. It's about 9:15. Hopefully we won't get there too late. The light's still out, so I think we're going to be okay. We're looking forward to this, so I'll probably check back in at camp and we'll see how it goes.
I'm just gonna ride later down here, down in the gorge.
Down in the gorge. All right, well, probably don't have a good view here. We got camp here in the background there. We made it. It's probably after 10:30. We got camp all set up and we just got a fire going, so we're gonna hang out, chillax for a little bit, get an early start tomorrow, and we're gonna start our trek of the gorge. Devin actually did the fire tonight, so looks like it's already dying. We'll see if it can last the long haul.
Whoa! Give my fire a little credit.
Is it worth a beef jerky credit?
I don't know, ask Joe.
I don't have any beef jerky, man.
Yeah, you gotta earn it.
I'm probably just gonna hang out by the fire for a little bit here, enjoy this, and I'll probably check back in the morning. We're gonna get up a little bit early and see if we can get over to Coomer Ridge and start the trek. A little bit past 7 a.m. You can see we got camp broken down here. Got a nice early start today. We're gonna try and get to the trailhead pretty soon here. Stop and get some breakfast, some coffee. Hit the trail so we can try and get a nice camp spot. Well, we made it. Coomer Ridge Campground, the Coomer Ridge Trailhead. Little after 8 o'clock, got some coffee in us, fueled up, ready for a good day of hiking. The weather's beautiful. It's not too hot right now. It's actually, the weather's supposed to be low 90s all week, but or all weekend, but it feels really nice right now. I'm gonna get this gear out and we're gonna get started. All right. Good old weigh in. What do you think you're at? I'm gonna guess 31. It's gonna be my guess for the day. Oh, might be under. 31. 30.
I'm gonna say 28.
28.
Let me go a little bit lighter.
Biggest question is what's Devin gonna be at?
31, dude. We're matching.
31. All right, Devin.
Oh, jeez.
Lift it up pretty high too. Give it a good yank so the camera can see it.
clean, what's it called? Power lift? Clean sweep?
Oh my god.
Jeez. All right, strongman over here.
Why? How? What do I have in here that you guys don't?
Hidden Arch is going to be the first destination for us. No idea what's in store for us today. Hopefully lots of cool rock formations. Hopefully no rain and thunderstorms. Hopefully some good adventures. God, this has got to be like the earliest I feel like we've ever been on trail.
Definitely the earliest.
Like, it's
Is it nice?
Is it even?
yeah, it's like 9 o'clock.
Oh yeah, it's just turned 9.
Joe did a great job getting us woken up this morning, and Devin and I did a good job actually listening.
I would like to say that
Show, Devin woke up before Matt.
He did.
Just for the record, I was out of my tent before Matt was.
He did. Oh man, feels good. Feels good to be out here. All right, well, I will probably check back in at Hidden Arch, whatever this looks like. Got some more signs. We got a wipeout. You all right? Alright, well that was a pretty cool view. Nice little hike to it too. Kind of went up on top of the gorge for a little bit, and now we're coming back down, going into it. And just massive rock formations all over the place. A little bit over a mile and a half into the trail, we got done with our first little route to go see the Hidden Arch, and it was pretty sweet. Lots of rock formations down there, and now we're kind of back up on the ridgeline. It looks like it is pretty muggy today. Humidity's high. Temperature hasn't gotten too bad yet. It's actually weird. We're like sweating like crazy out here, but it's actually not that hot. Not as many people as I thought there would be out here, actually. I know that I was reading on some of the forums on Reddit and stuff, and a lot of people said that this is a pretty popular place. A lot of rock climbing around here, actually. But so far, it's not too bad. I think we've seen maybe 1 or 2 other groups out here. I actually read that the summer months, and if anybody knows better, feel free to comment below. But I heard that kind of July, middle of the summer is actually the off season here, just because it's so hot. And I think fall is peak season in the gorge. So maybe we caught it at the right time. All right, well, mile and a half in. Awesome day so far. A little bit after 10 o'clock, so we're gonna get to camp really early tonight. And I'm loving it out here. It's a pretty awesome trail. Seen some good sights already, and this just started. just got onto the Pincham-Tight Trail, and we are headed kind of towards Gray's Arch. I think we're still gonna have a couple miles there. We're about, I'm gonna guess about 3.5 miles. The app we were using, Joe's phone died, so we lost our mileage, but no big deal. I think we're getting close, 3.5, maybe 4. Feeling pretty good. Definitely hot. We had to take a little bit of a breather a little bit ago. We on the trail, there was a ton of down trees on the trail. There was probably maybe 5 to 7 trees, and some of them were fairly large. So it took us a while to get around those. And we actually ran into, I wasn't expecting it in the gorge, but got some switchbacks back there. So those uphills were kind of brutal. And in this heat and humidity, it was rough. All right, well, I'm gonna get back with the group. Got Gray's Arch in a little bit. Then we're gonna have, I don't think we're gonna get to Hanson's Point today. I think Hanson's Point's gonna be a little far, but we'll kind of see how it goes. So we got to one of the other trailheads just a little bit ago, and we are on our way to Gray's Arch right now. We got 1 mile to go, I think.
Smell that?
What? Trail fart?
It smells naturey.
Smells naturey. We did have a tick sighting yesterday. Or no, this morning I found one on my sleeping pad. I think it was from outside, which doesn't surprise me. The meadow we were kind of staying in looked like a perfect breeding ground for him. But
Questing.
yes, questing. That's what it's called when they try and find a host, right? Questing?
Questing.
That's
Just
funny.
they root their back legs onto something and they just reach out and try to give you a hug.
Reach out and touch me.
Questing knowledge is brought to you by Jeff Kellermeyer.
Gonna get another mile in here, get over to Gray's Arch, hopefully get some nice shots of the scenery in the gorge, fill up on some water, have some lunch, and then I don't know what our plan is for camping tonight. We're gonna kind of wing it, see if we can get another couple miles afterwards, and yeah, I'll check back in from the arch. We just got done at the infamous Gray's Arch. It was a pretty cool spot. Nice and cool. Got a chance to rest our legs, eat some lunch, get some water, see the sights. It was pretty awesome. It's huge too. It is absolutely massive. My camera definitely won't do it any justice. But awesome time. And we're back on the trail. On trail 221. Probably just gonna keep an eye out for some campsites, and if we happen to see a good one, whiplash, we might just take it. So I'm not sure what our mileage is at. I think we've discussed, it's probably about a little over 7 miles so far. So pretty solid day. It's about 2 o'clock. So we're still gonna get plenty of light, plenty of time to hang out around camp once we get there. And looking forward to it. All right, well, time to get some more miles in. We had found a site near one of the creeks down here, but it was pretty crowded. So, like, we would have been pretty cramped. So we decided to pack more water. I got an extra 4 liters on me, which I think is about 10 pounds. And had a huge uphill to get through. It was absolutely brutal. So I got to the top, took my pack off, walked around, and we got a nice site here. It does have a nice fire ring, and maybe you can see it behind me. A nice view. Oh my gosh. Absolutely whipped. That was brutal. I think I'm gonna kick it for a little bit, relax. I gotta get some water in me. The amount that I'm sweating right now is ridiculous. It is so hot and humid right now. It's gotta be probably low 90s, like I've said before, and the humidity is just ridiculous. So I'm gonna take a breather here, relax, wait for the guys to get here, and I'll check back in soon. Breakfast for dinner. That might have been a little too much.
I can smell it.
It's gonna be hot.
Yeah, dude, I can smell that here too.
Wonder what these numbers mean on here, on the side. Oh, you know what it might be? It might be just a ruler.
Oh.
I don't know why it would have a ruler, but those look like, that might not be an inch. Trust me, I know what an inch looks like.
You know, it's probably metric. Yeah, that's metric.
So it's a metric inch?
Yes. It's one of them Canadian inches.
Make fun of my kind.
Not Canadian.
Yeah, I'm happy I went on board with the Mountain House meals now, dude.
What
For
were you
me.
saying before, Joe?
Ramen, mashed potatoes, macaroni.
We would
Ramen bombs?
just, yeah, we would just make stuff.
They were good.
They knew how to make them better than I did.
Yeah.
I made Devin a ramen bomb at Mana Steam.
It
It was
like,
the worst thing. It like you
It's like
couldn't even
French.
swallow it. It was like glue.
It's like trying to eat cement.
We like joked around that we we were burying it, and we're like, we probably don't need to bury it because nothing is gonna eat this. It was so salty
A bear
too.
would choke on it. I don't think he was gonna eat it. Basco.
Were you gonna cook with? You're gonna boil it
Yeah.
with the Basco in there, huh?
I'm pre-Bascoing. I might do a pre and a post Basco.
Kind of sad. The butane felt pretty good when it sprayed out a little bit. It was nice and cool.
See Joe in the corner just spraying himself off with butane. So cold. That's what hiking 7 or 8 miles in 100 heat index looks like. Haven't done much in the past couple hours besides rest. It was so hot. We tried taking a nap. I think Devin was the only one who went out really. My sleeping bag is pretty much covered in sweat. It was so hot today. And I think we're gonna have more of it tomorrow. So we're gonna try and hit the trail early in the morning. Good morning. A little after 7 a.m., about 7:30. Going to get the bear bags down, and we're starting to pack up camp right now. Gonna have a little bit of coffee, a little bit of breakfast, and we'll be on our way. Another beautiful morning. It's nice and chilly this morning. We're at Hanson's Point. It's only, I think we're only about maybe a half a mile to a mile away from Hanson's Point, but we really want to try and be done by 3 o'clock today because the weather forecast again has heat indexes of up to 100 degrees. I think the real field temperature is going to be 105 today. And after what we experienced at camp this yesterday afternoon, we don't want to be hiking in that. It was brutal. Alright, so it's a little after 9 o'clock. We survived the heat wave last night and we are back on the trail. Hey, check this out. Pretty neat.
Look at those patterns over there, the swirls.
This is awesome. Okay, back on the trail after a slight, I wouldn't say detour, but slight break. We saw a pretty neat snake on the trail, right in the middle of the trail. I'm not sure what kind of snake that was. It almost looked like bluish or black. I'm really glad it was that color. If it blended in with the ground at all, I could have literally stepped right on it. So pretty cool morning already, going through kind of the little rock overhang. The trail was a little dicey down there, a little slippery, but pretty awesome sight. Alright, made it to Hanson's Point Trail, and we're gonna see what's at the end of this. I think it's about a quarter-mile hike, and if this is the place I think it is, you can have a really nice view of the gorge. So for anyone interested in Hanson's Point, I had to find it on the All Trails map. It's actually not on the map that I found on some of the sites. I'm not sure if it's on the USDA map either. So highly recommend if somebody's gonna go check it out, look at All Trails too. It should be on there. All right, it was a little bit of a hike. A little bit longer than I expected. I had to lie to the boys a little bit to lure them out here. Another half mile. Holy cow. Check this out. This is the gorge. Oh my gosh, I got goosebumps, dude. This is insane. So yeah, we're gonna hang out here for a little bit, have a snack. This is the view. I'm really glad we came. This is amazing. Well, we're back on the trail from Hanson's Point. It was an awesome view that we had there. It's already a little bit after noon or just at noon, and the heat wave is going to be coming in again probably 2 to 3 o'clock. So hopefully we can find another spot to get some water. We're okay right now, but we'll definitely need to fill up to make it through the day. This heat wave is just, it's no joke. Yesterday we got through the tail end of it, but we were just whooped. Got about 1.5 miles to get to our destination. We're gonna make some decisions, and I'll check back in a little bit. Catch you guys later. Made it to the creek crossing that we were looking at on the map, and this is going to be a strong candidate for staying at tonight. It's deep enough where we can even take a dip, cool off, ride out the heat wave tonight. We won't have to worry about water. It's a really nice spot. We're just looking for the actual campsite that we saw earlier. Oh, I see the campsite. Guys, check this out. All right, this is camp. And we'll literally be right on the creek here. Yesterday, we would have absolutely killed to have a campsite on the creek. And this is such a big spot too. There's tons of room out here. Feels good today. Much better than yesterday, but we'll see. Be able to ride out the heat wave here. It's going to be awesome. So I'm going to wait for Devin. We'll give an update to Joe, let him know what the plan is, and we'll see if we'll call this home for the night. I'll check back in soon. Jackpot with the site today. Got a chance to rinse off our clothes, take a dip in the cool creek here, rinse off. Just couldn't ask for a better day. Starting to warm up a little bit, but I have a feeling with how far down we are in this valley that it's not going to get too bad down here. Was able to kind of see this campsite up, I'm not sure if you can see it, but up on that ridge. We hiked along that ridge for a little bit and spotted this one down here, walked over from the trail, and we couldn't pass it up. So definitely an early day getting to camp. I think we did 5 miles today. Got to camp around 1 o'clock, and tomorrow we're gonna only have 3.5-4 mile hike out. Shouldn't be too bad. We got a couple hours to burn, relax, do a little R&R, get ready to have some dinner tonight. Probably gonna have a fire tonight. The fire pit's pretty big. We got some firewood already down here, and I'll check back in a little bit.
What a night and day difference it was being here today versus yesterday. It's supposed to be hotter today.
I know. We didn't get any of the major heat issues that we had yesterday. Big old woodpecker. Anybody hanging around a dead tree today?
No, but I was looking up at this one. It is huge.
Yeah, that's one Joe was talking about. This thing's massive.
Huge. That one's dead, I think. The one next to me. It's not going anywhere.
I feel like I never really, the only thing I look at when I'm picking a spot for my tent is the ground. I never think about anything else. I never think about where my door is going to go or if there's dead trees around me.
This would be a good spot at hammock camp too, man.
Oh, I know.
I want to try hammock camping.
I'd give it a shot.
I just want to. On a warm day, it'd be fine.
I just want to bring my hammock just to lay out, like take a nap in, man. Read a book. Got a rager going here, bud. All them pine needles. That looks dry too. Don't let your gloves melt.
It'll be the first time I let something melt around the fire.
It's getting close to 9 o'clock here. Had some dinner. Tonight was chili mac with beef. It was awesome. Absolutely love that one. A little bit of Basco. Got to have the Basco on these trips now. It really helps flavor that that breakfast and dinner. Awesome day overall. I've had plenty of water. Haven't had to worry about it today, which is awesome. And this creek and this little valley kept us nice and cool all day. We kind of dodged the heat wave. Definitely didn't do as many miles as we probably wanted, but you know what? That's the way it goes sometimes. Just such an awesome campsite we had today. Well, this will probably be the last check-in for the night. Kind of hanging out by the fire, starting to wind down a little bit. Gonna have an early morning tomorrow. About maybe a 4 or 5. No, not 4 or 5. About 3, maybe 4 mile hike tomorrow. And I think we're gonna check out Miguel's Pizza tomorrow. I think that's gonna be the go-to spot. We were originally talking about a barbecue place we saw, but Miguel's Pizza on the way in looked packed. So I think we're gonna check that out. And I saw some good posts on Reddit that it was a pretty good spot. So we're hoping for the best. But this will probably be the last check-in for the night. And I will check back in the morning. Good morning, everybody. It's a little bit after 8 a.m. We're starting our camp teardown, and during the process we saw the biggest spider I think I've probably ever seen in the wild. It was under Devin's backpack. This thing was a monster. I'm a little bit paranoid now. Everything I walk around, I'm worried about something jumping on me. But holy cow, this thing was huge. So throughout our trip then, seeing pretty big snake, pretty big spider, and tons of lizards actually. I didn't know that there was going to be like lizards around this area, but it was kind of cool when we were walking to Hanson's Point. Literally everywhere when we were walking, we could just hear these kind of like scattering footsteps going up the dry pine trees, and they were all like lizards around us. So again, we're gonna pack up, probably have some coffee here. I think we only have between like 3 and 4 miles today, so we should be able to knock that out in you know, maybe 2 hours, depending on how quick we go today. And then that's pretty much gonna be a wrap. We might drive around and check out Nada's tunnel and the natural bridge. We'll see. But we are gonna stop at Miguel's Pizza on our way back and try it out. On our way in, we saw it was bumping. The place was completely packed. So hopefully that's a good sign. All right, well, this is it for morning number 3. Picked a good trip to lose weight for.
I haven't lost weight, dude.
You've lost weight.
I feel like every time you see me, you're like, I think you've lost weight.
People do that to me all the time, and I'm like,
I'm the same weight I always been.
Yeah, I never change. I hide it well. I always forget what this coffee is called. Joe, what's this coffee called? Maxwell's Finest once again. Alright, back on the trail. Probably getting close to 10 o'clock here. Just left camp. Made it from our campsite back on the trail. Already start moving with the pack on, and I'm already starting to feel the heat again. Good old Kentucky heat. Feeling good though. This has been an awesome trip overall. Highly recommend the gorge for anybody that's interested. There's tons of sights, actually. I wish we would have been able to see more, but there's just so many sights to see here, and it's really tough mapping them out to see all of them. We did get Gray's Arch, we did get Hidden Arch, and we got Hanson's Point. All awesome, awesome spectacles that, you know, we just do not get the opportunity to see in Ohio. Little after 10:30 on day 3. Just hiked up a pretty big incline, getting to the top of Coomer Ridge here. Seems like every morning here we face a pretty big incline right off rip. I think we got maybe a mile to a mile and a half done so far. Another mile and a half to complete. So we're getting pretty close. In an effort to conserve the last couple minutes I got of footage, I'm gonna pack this up and keep hitting the trail. Made it back to Coomer Ridge Campground. See it behind me here. Good hike today. Had some uphills, some downhills, some ridge hikes. Not as hot as it has been in the past, that's for sure, but still quite a good workout. Again, overall, awesome trip. Highly recommend the gorge to anybody. I think we're gonna try and check out Nada Tunnel. So this little extra, if you call it, be a little short. I gotta save some space for the tunnel just in case we go there. So this'll be pretty much it for the trip. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time, catch you guys later. PHM here. PHM, post-hike meal.
Post-hike meal.
Miguel's Pizza, beer. Looking good, boys. Time to enjoy.
This trip is brought to you by limestone. Thank you to the years and years and years of deposition that created this rock so that we could stare at it and wonder about how old it is.